Welcome back to my channel. It's Mrs. Maths here, and before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you will get notified when I put up any new videos. Today's video is all about an exam paper question solution. So we are looking at the Leaving Cert Ordinary Level Paper 1 question 3. It is a functions, graphs and calculus question. I have done it bit by bit so you can follow, revise and learn from this video. If you have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below, and also if you like this video and it did help you, please give it a big thumbs up. So without further ado, let's get started. Looking at part A, part I, it straight away tells you you're talking about functions. This is also a little hint that you're talking about functions. It gives us the equation of the function, and notice it is a cubic function. We know that x is an element of the real numbers, which means x can be any number pretty much that exists. If you are going to get a few decimals, fractions, it's okay. You're happy to accept those because of this here. Part I says, complete the table below for the values of f in the domain -1 to 4. So that means that they want you to only worry about the x values between -1 and 4, and hence draw a graph of the function. Let's just worry about filling out the table at the minute. I'm going to take my f of x, which is minus x cubed plus 4x squared plus x minus 2. And I'm going to start by subbing in -1 for all my x values. Always put a bracket around it. When I sub in -1 for x, I get an answer of 2. And I do the same process all along. I sub in 0, 1, 2, 3 and 4. And I get my values for f of x. I went ahead and I filled in all those x values that I was told to fill in. You can see my workings all here and here. I did show that I was able to sub them in correctly and get the correct answer. Now we need to go and we need to plot our points here. So just a little reminder, you always go to the x before the y. So for example, to plot the first one here, -1, 2, I go to -1 on the x and then I go to 2 on the y. So my first point is here. I've plotted all the points there, and now we are going to join them up. So when you're joining them up, I do suggest using a pencil, and if you are confident, because if you use a biro and you make a mistake, it's going to look terrible, and you're not going to start putting lots of Tipp-Ex and everything on an exam paper and then having your pages stick together and all that rigmarole. So I've drawn my curve with my pencil, and as you can see, I have no straight lines. It's a nice, gentle, gradual curve going along. It's important to note here as well that you did see that we had a cubic equation at the beginning. So we did have that x cubed up here at the top, and you should be able to identify what shape that curve is going to look like. A linear equation gives us a line. A quadratic equation gives us a smile or a frown, so a U-shaped curve, and our cubic equations gives us a wave. This curve will continue in this wave shape for infinity. Part 2 of this question says, use your graph to estimate 2 roots of f of x which are in the domain -1 and 4. We need to be clear about what the roots of an equation is, or what the roots of a function is. The roots of the function are its x values that satisfy the function. When we're talking about graphs, we are looking for the points where the curve crosses the x-axis. If it's between -1 and 4, the only 2 places it crosses the x-axis is here and here, but they have requested that you use your graph, and again it is an estimate. This goes back to drawing a nice, gentle, even curve with no harsh straight line, because we are estimating, so we want to get the best value that we can get. I am identifying my points using just a different colour pen. You want to try and be as accurate as possible. I have got my ruler and I have just measured the units here, and this unit is measuring at just about 3 centimeters. So what I have done is I put my ruler down and I have just looked at exactly where the halfway mark is, and I've just put a little mark there. You can see it looks as if my red dot is just past the 0.6. So I'm going to estimate that it is 0.6. Then looking at this one here, we're going to do the same thing there. We're going to measure it. We know that the units are 3 centimeters. So based on that, I'm just going to identify that the halfway mark is just there. So again, it's just underneath it. So again, we would estimate minus 0.55, that x is equal to 0.6. and x is equal to minus 0.55. That is the estimate from my graph. Examiners will have a certain amount of leeway. There will be a margin that they will accept within. So that's part 2 done, and let's move on to the last part. Now looking at part B, we're asked to find the value of x for which the second derivative of the function is equal to 0. So how nice of them, they actually tell us that f dash dash x means the second derivative of f of x. I'm going to write down the original function f of x first. Now that I have the function written down, I'm going to find the first derivative of it, which we will call f dash of x. I now need to go and find the second derivative of the function, f dash dash of x. They ask us to find the value for x when the second derivative of the function is equal to 0. So I'm going to let the second derivative of the function equal to 0 first. So minus 6x plus 8 equals 0, and I'm solving for x. X is on the left, numbers on the right. Bring that minus 6 over, it divides. And we see that our x value is equal to 4 over 3, which is the same as 1 1/3. So that's it. We're all done with that question. If you enjoyed it and it helped you to revise, give it a big thumbs up. Also, another reminder, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell. This channel is here for all maths students in Ireland, so share it with your friends, let them know I'm here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.